With Minecraft 1.21.5 on the way, I think this is probably the best time to talk about it, because I believe it's going to release in spring. I'm not 100% sure, but this so far is probably one of my favorite updates, simply because of how much ambience it adds. It doesn't add big stuff like a complete revamp to a dimension, certain caves, to the skies, whatever. It doesn't do any of that. It just adds minor changes to each biome so that you can actually, get somewhat of an understanding on what is happening. Now, my unofficial name for it is obviously Ambience Update, but now I'm going to explain why. Because this is just really good. Now, first of all, they've changed some of the biome names. So some of the mountains were changed to the Windswept or Swind. I don't know how you pronounce it, but all I know is that I like these new names. But now I'm going to be talking about how they added a plethora of new blocks to the games. Now, I just got to name a few of them, okay? So first up, we're going to have the cactus flower. Now, the cactus flower is a type of flower that only spawns on top of cacti in certain biomes, but it also has a chance to grow on top of a cactus block if there is room all around it to actually grow. Now, this is probably a really good one if you have desert builds, or if you're making some sort of desert build, because this adds a little bit of color to just that plain sand with maybe a little bit of green here and there. But now the next block we have to talk about is the firefly bush. Now, these bushes emit a light level of 2, and at night they emit firefly particles. Now, the reason why they emit firefly particles instead of actual firefly mobs is simply because firefly mobs would just be way too laggy, and Minecraft's already a laggy game. It's not that optimized, but still, it's just more efficient to use particles instead of individual entities for each firefly. So I actually think this is a really good idea, and you can even get multiple of these bushes by simply bone mealing one, and one will appear near it. Now, I'm definitely rating this one probably my favorite. Perfect for swamp builds. You can place them under where it's just barely out of sight, but the fireflies can still show up. Now we're going to talk about dry grass variants. They're essentially just the regular grass, but just dry. So just like yellow and stuff like that. I don't know what you expected. Now we're going to talk about leaf litter. Leaf litter is a decorative block that you can find on the floors of certain forest biomes, which I love. It's definitely good for, fall theme builds. You can obtain it by smelting any type of leaf block. But I'd say this is the perfect block for if you are making a fall build or maybe a spring build, who knows, but definitely perfect for that. Now, those are just some of the blocks that will be coming in this update. I'm not going to go every single one, but now I'm going to talk about the temperate animals, which is basically just the animals that are changing because of their temperature. Now, we are going to be talking about the regular, completely regular mobs that spawn in neutral areas. So these ones are just the regular pigs, the regular cows, the regular chickens, all that. Now, these ones are probably just, you'll find them the most if you spawn into a world. But now we have the cold variants. Now, these are mobs where they only appear in cold biomes, such as taigas, snow biomes, windswept forests, and even more. Now, in this, sheep actually don't have a not color variant, but a retextured variant. But the thing is, in different biomes, different colors of sheep have a higher chance of spawning compared to others. The second temperate animal we have is the warm variants. These warm variants only spawn in warm biomes like savannas, jungle biomes, badlands, and so on. And they finally added fallen trees. As a Bedrock player, I've been wanting this on Java for years. Just the ambience of just walking through the jungle and you finally find a tree. It's a fallen tree. It has a little mushroom on top, some vines on the side. It's perfect. I love it. Now let's get into some smaller changes, such as the leaf particles. Just like how cherry leaves create particles when they're placed down, these ones now also create particles, and it's just perfect. It goes well and well, like hand in hand, spoon and fork, salt and pepper. It's the salt and pepper of the leaf litter and these particles. It's perfect. It's literally perfect for builders, for everything, perfect for ambience. I love it. And it's just amazing. Now let's get into the next one, which is lodestones finally being cheap. Because for some reason you needed a netherite ingot to make one before. You're not making a lodestone unless you're like really rich. You have better things to use our netherite on. But now you only need a iron ingot instead of a netherite ingot for the lodestone. So this is really good. You can also find lodestones in portals, ruined portals. Now, they finally made it so that you can get bundles from village chests instead of just crafting it. So this one's really good, especially if you're in the village in your early game, because your inventory just gets filled up with random stuff. Saplings, potatoes, carrots, apples, whatever. Now you can breed bees using wildflowers, which is a really good thing you can do. Also, attracting the bees using wildflowers. If you name a creaking, then it will survive during the day. Normally, creakings only come out at night, and once it turns daytime, they just disappear. But now they will persist in the day because you name them. Now there is a new spawn egg tag in creative menu. So basically, if you want to go to this tab, all you have to do is open your creative menu and click the spawn egg tab, and it looks really nice. They also retextured all the spawn eggs so you can actually understand what they are easier. Like, normally, if you look up zombie, then, you might have a little trouble finding which is which. I'm sure you'll obviously find it, but there'll obviously be a little bit of trouble. And now, we're going to talk about the next thing. Wandering traders can now sell enchanted iron pickaxes, which I don't know which enchants can go on it, but they can also sell invisibility potions. Those invisibility potions that they're using every night. I would say this is really good, but you can only buy one of them, which, yeah, that's balanced, but I want my invisibility potions, man. But yeah, this is a really good thing to make wandering traders not completely useless, because you can obviously get the invis potions, and it'll make me think twice before I kill them for their leads. Now, there are plenty more minor changes, but I'm not going to be covering them in this video. But I'm pretty sure you guys can see why I call it the ambience update now. So if you enjoyed it, made it this far, whatever, I'd really appreciate if you liked and subscribed. And if you made it this far, comment down MacBook 3. And don't forget to stay awesome. Do you want to support the channel but also get high quality gear for gaming? Well, I have the perfect things for you. Click the links in the description and check out some of the best gaming keyboards, headphones, mice, and even more from neighboring companies like Razer and Red Dragon. So go check out some of the most high quality gear on their shop today. I'll see you all in the next one. you.